Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm traveling to Japan. So I'm going to Japan through Rotary Youth Exchange, and if you've been looking into the exchange program, you've more than likely stumbled across Rotary Exchange once or twice, or however many times you have. I don't know, it depends on the person. And there are some really good points to Rotary Youth Exchange. I would highly recommend it. Because number one, it's affordable. It's a really nice price for what you're doing for an entire year or half a summer, whatever you want to do. It's really affordable. And it is very reliable. There are Rotarians everywhere willing to help you get a different experience and a different perspective on not only yourself but the world. I would highly recommend Rotary Youth Exchange to anyone who wants to go. One of the many things that I like about Rotary Youth Exchange is that while abroad, you're going to be staying with 3 or 4, depending on where you go, host families. And the cool thing about that is that every host family has a different take on the country's culture. They have different traditions that you learn through them, and you get to meet so many different people while on an exchange, and I'm really looking forward to that while I'm abroad. So why Japan? Well, it all started when my family hosted an exchange student from Brazil, not Japan. Told you. So he came over to our house, and it was a year-long thing. It wasn't through Rotary Exchange. It was through Youth for Understanding, which is also a really good program. So we got him, and he came in, and I loved listening to his stories about, what he was going through. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. I mean, at the time I was like 12, so I didn't really know what was going on. But he really got me interested into the exchange program. I was like, I want to do that someday. And he got me interested in Japanese animation, or anime, and I started watching it, and I saw the little different things that they did, like, taking your shoes off at the door, which over in America we don't do that much, really. And just the small different culture things, like bowing, and I'm like, well, why do they do that? And so I looked it up on Google, because you can Google anything in this day and age. And so I got more and more interested the more that I learned, and I was like, I want to go to Japan, because I love the language, I love the way that it sounds, because it sounds so cool. And I love the culture, and I got more and more interested, and so I was like, that's awesome. I got into the Rotary Youth Exchange program while I was with my dad at the studio. I was helping him work on some pictures. He's a professional photographer. He's really good. And one of his clients came over, and she was a Rotarian. And I had started, thinking about exchange for a while now, but I had no idea which program to go into, because they were all so expensive, and I was just like, and so she came in, and we started talking about it, because I had brought a Japanese book or something, I don't remember, but we started talking about it, and she's like, oh, why don't you just go through Rotary Exchange? It's easy, it's cheap, and it's really reliable. And so I was like, well, that just solves my problem. And so we started talking about it more, and I got really into the Rotary Youth Exchange. I started researching it more, looking up foreign exchange blogs more about Rotary, and I was like, this is the program for me. And so I started attending Rotary every other Tuesday, because my school is like, you can't go to Rotary every Tuesday, because you'll have to attend summer school if you do that. So it's every other Tuesday. Yeah. I have been studying Japanese for about 1.5 years now, and I've used many different books, and I do have an online Japanese tutor that I should probably be getting back listening to. I haven't been able to, because finals are coming up, and school's just like, oh, pay attention to me. And so you can see all the stuff on my bed that I haven't studied. Anyway, so I will leave links down below in the description about the different books that I've been using, and about my online tutor, and it's only for Japanese, I'm sorry. But there's also another program called Pimsleur. It does cost money, but it's like really good. I would highly recommend it, and it's not just for Japanese if you're looking into something else.